What's going on, guys? It's Coach Noob back in the building with another one. As usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels, man. And your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything, but you're here with me checking out these reviews. And you guys already know what I'm going to say, man. It's another crazy one because it is, man. People just do crazy stuff sometimes. Like they just don't think about what they're doing in the moment, only thinking about personal satisfaction or personal gratification off of just the moment, like I'm saying, not thinking about the future, not thinking about how that one moment, that split second decision could affect you for the rest of your life, and not only you, the person who you going through the moment with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, man, how a lot of times we just don't think about what we're doing, and it's hurting more than it's helping. So this one, it's about a man who's being charged with strangling his pregnant wife to death, man. So let's check it out.
Back here at home, a Texas man accused of murdering his wife is hoping to be released on bail. As Amber Cagliano reports, at first, it seemed his wife died of a drug overdose. But then autopsy results revealed she had been strangled and she was 9 weeks pregnant.
He's charged with strangling his pregnant wife, but still called on the judge to release him.
Does that mean I'm getting a bond today?
The judge thought about it for maybe a second.
No.
All right, so off top, man, for you to even be accused of something like this, bro, that's crazy. It shows you got, some type of mental problem or something, bro, that you was dealing with, that you weren't all the way healed from, that came from somewhere like in your past. You traumatized from something, and you carried it with you, or you just let something build up to the point where you exploded on the wrong person. And like, man, you could just tell something's off by how cool and calm that dude just asked for a bond. Like he's not being charged with strangling his pregnant wife to death. This boy he just took 2 lives, man. For real though. Like that's crazy because you know what I'm saying, the seed was inside of her. And it was his baby, you know what I'm saying? So obviously you had to be like, things were going good. If you know what I'm saying, you got your wife pregnant, man, and this wasn't their only kid, man. So who knows the reason why they just had a disagreement, or Buddy just went over the edge, man. But that's crazy though, to just strangle your wife one day to death. Like it's really nothing that a woman, you gotta leave her, even if she is pregnant, man, with your kid, bro. Get out of there, go get your head right, come back and talk to her when you calm, or shit, don't talk to her again either. Like sometimes you're not gonna talk to the woman that you was dealing with ever again, and that might be a good thing for both parties, you know what I'm saying? So you avoid stuff like this and you move on with your life, and sometimes it's easier to do, it's easier said than done sometimes. So sometimes it's harder to do, to just move on without speaking to the other person again. But at least if you walk away in the moment, if you could think that logical and rational and move around, then it'll be in your best interest, man. You can always come back and talk to somebody and get closure with them, bro. It's better than you unaliving a woman and now you can't talk to her anymore, get closure. And then you're going to think about what you did after you did it, though. That's why it's so important as a man to just be cool, calm, and collected, man, all the time, bro. And I'm not saying that don't have emotions and don't have feelings. I'm just saying keep them under control, because it is meant for, men to have feelings and emotions, man. And at the same time, it's meant for us to keep those feelings and emotions under control, bro, at all times. I'm not saying we're not going to feel them and experience them and go through them. It just, If it calls for you to move around, man, go ride your bike, hit a punching bag, go make a beat, whatever you do, bro, to get away, lift weights or something, then that's what you got to do, man. You got to keep your head in that clear space as much as you possibly can.
When he returned to court today, the judge set bail at $1 million. 38-year-old computer consultant Lee Gilly stands accused of killing his wife Krista, who was 9 weeks pregnant with their third child. The physical therapist seemed happily married, posting this wedding photo on her Facebook page. Liza McGilvery is Krista's best friend.
So they are young, bro. He's 38, so she got to be around maybe give or take a year or two, something like that. Young, man. Throw your whole life away just for strangling a broad, bro. Man, it's not worth it, man. They was married, so, and your wife shouldn't, honestly, like when you marry a woman, you should already know and have spent enough time with her to know that, your triggers, if she can trigger you, what triggers you. You guys should have talked about that, already. And, just being able to walk away, man, if when she does trigger you, and her being okay with that because you guys talked about that already. And you guys know that, okay, he needs his space or she needs her space. I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm gonna calm down, or vice versa. So that it's also a good lesson of getting to know the woman that you with, man, and her getting to know you. So things like this definitely don't happen, man, because you're not just gonna get to know the woman overnight, man. And even if y'all do have a kid or two together or something, them two kids could have happened quick. A lot of dudes get to smash on the first night and be with a woman. Now the next thing you know, she pregnant. You dealing with her, and then you don't even like her like that because you just was out to get some coochie, bro. You wasn't even thinking like for the long run. Do you really gonna? Is this somebody that I really want to deal with every day for 18 years? You know what I'm saying? Is this somebody I really want to be married to for the rest of my life, or for 20, 30 years or something like that, man? So it's really important, bro, not to be thirsty over coaching. I ain't saying he was or nothing because we don't know yet. And you know what I'm saying? Just not to be thirsty over how she looks or how, thick she is. None of that, man. It's really good to just be with somebody that you're equally yoked with, someone that you match up with, and because if you don't, then it's always going to be some type of disagreement or some type of resentment or something. Like, you're not going to be satisfied with the woman you with if you don't like her for real.
Krista was the best mom, and that's what she lived for. She was so excited to have a third child.
Cops say Krista's husband called 911 saying she had committed suicide with a drug overdose, but police say there was evidence of bruising and trauma to her face.
Oh, they took her to the autopsy, and they looked it up, seen that dude was lying. So, and for him to even say that she drug overdose, bro, he thought about what he did, but it was too late. And then he made up an excuse. They did the autopsy. They saw that he was bluffing. Now he booked and he finna get charged with strangling his wife, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Think about what you're doing. I'm not saying we never had an altercation, or I never had an altercation with a female or something, or argue with a female, but it's never to the point where I'm gonna unalive her, man. And now I don't even argue with women, bro. For real, I don't argue with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially a woman, because we all know, and I say this in a lot of videos too. You're not gonna win an argument with a woman, bro. That's just, it's been like that since the beginning of time, bro. Men do not win arguments with women, man. You know what I'm saying? It leads to something like that. You getting in your pride, letting your feelings take over you, letting your emotions take over you, and now you end up strangling a broad, man, or shooting her, or doing something crazy, and now it's too late to take it back because you let your emotions get control of you, man. You know, you gotta be aware. Look, I say this every video too. You already know, physically, mentally, and spiritually, man, because that's how we operate off of logic, man, and it's tied to spirituality, which is like your consciousness, your mental, and your physical. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's very important to always be, in your right mind, man.
Lee Gilly apparently told investigators the couple had gotten into some kind of an argument over the purchase of a vehicle earlier in the day. And here's a disturbing fact.
Look, it's not important enough to strangle a broad over a vehicle, man. You could take that vehicle back, man. And even if you can't take it back, you could sell it. Of course, you're not gonna get exactly what you pay for it, but you can get close to it. Or maybe you can break even and get exactly what you paid for it. If it was a brand new vehicle or whatever, who knows? But it was just a regular, it was a vehicle, man. And arguing with a woman, man, over some so, what I'm saying, petty is crazy, bro. It goes to show what type of mind frame that you're in. And then to lie about it, because he said she died of an overdose. You thought about that, man. And the pictures, they look happy. But again, we never know what goes on in somebody's home and how they get along at the house, because we're always on the outside looking in on relationships, man. So the most we could do as, friends and family is check on our people, man. And if they say they cool, then we take their word for it. Like, yeah, everything's cool, because, that's just what it is. Like, you gotta let people live their lives, man. And especially, if you really love that woman, then leaving is one of the best things you could do, man, instead of arguing with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you try to go tit for tat with a female, bro, you always end up losing, and you end up in a worse situation than when you started. For one, it's because you're going back and forth with a female, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who really does that when you got bigger and better stuff to worry about? And dude seemed like he had his career. They said he do something, man. So to argue with her about a vehicle, man, maybe, money was tight or something, but okay. It's like that sometimes. Life has ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And as a man, we have to be able to deal with those ups and downs accordingly, man. And, this is a prime example of letting your emotions get the best of you, man. And not thinking clearly, not thinking rationally, man, because, it always puts us in a worse position when we, argue with our women, man.
Homicide is the leading cause of death for pregnant women.
Most people are shocked that this is happening to women at the frequency that it is. Just being pregnant increases your risk of this thing happening. Gilly has been charged with capital murder. If convicted, he faces either life in prison or the death penalty.
All right, so they charge him. So they just, man, he strangled his wife, bro. That story that he gave them, they not going for it, man. And then as a man, bro, even being accused of something like that, and like, that's gonna be on your rep, man. Now you got a stain on your shirt, bro. That's when I mean that is like you got that on your reputation, bro. People are gonna remember that. Like, oh man, it was a time you know what I'm saying, got charged with murdering your wife, bro. Even if he gets off, you know what I'm saying, to even be thought of in that light, bro, like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that, when you're always thinking logical, rational, spiritually, and your mental is right, bro, you not thinking about strangling your wife to death, bro. You thinking about getting out of there, letting the situation calm down, and if you always argue with her and go back and forth with her, that is not a good situation anyway. So you worried about really getting a divorce or something, man, moving on with your life. Because who wants to be stuck in the same place? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and this is real life. It's not a video game, man. You keep doing the same thing over and over, getting the same results. If it's not working, then you switch it up and you do something that you get better results with. And you know what I'm saying? Arguing with a female don't never get you good results for real. 'Cause first of all, it's energy consuming, it's time consuming, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you feel drained if you really yelling at the top of your lungs with a female, bro. Like, man, that shit's just draining, bro. No, who has time for that for real? Especially when you, like, say you go to work every day and then you come home, you gotta argue with a broad every day, man. That's not life, man. That's not living for real. You know what I'm saying? And really, both parties should be happy, man. Happy spouse, happy house. And I know it's a lot of dudes out there who live by that happy life, happy wife thing, man. And that's messed up for the simple fact that you so worried about making her happy that you're unhappy, man. And she's soaking up all that good energy, all that time that you putting into her, and then only to be happy for an hour or a day or something like that. And then it's right back to you got to make her happy again. That's why I always say that nobody can make you happy. Nobody can make you mad. Nobody can make you upset. Anything like that, man. You make yourself happy and you share your happiness with the woman, bro. And she shares her happiness with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's important for females to know that nobody makes them happy. Like, a lot of them don't know that. And a lot of them depend on us to make them happy, be their counselor and they man and they masseuse and all that. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to spend time with your female and do them kind of things, but it's not cool for her to think that it's your job to make her happy, because that's not it. You know what I'm saying? She has to already be happy. So if she does, and if she knows that, then it's just gonna make the relationship that much better, because it's an understanding of happy house, happy spouse, opposed to happy wife, happy life, man. And this Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're digging this kind of content, man. And thank you for being here, because you could have been doing anything, but you here with me checking out these reviews. You know what I'm saying? So it's always appreciated, man. And I hope you guys found some type of insight, you know what I'm saying, in this, something that you could take with you, to help you out in your journey, man, in life, because nobody said it was going to be easy, but it is life, man. But it's not as hard as you think, though. So until next time, I'm out.